Alright, so previously on Final Fantasy XIV, we went and helped Hien, and Gosetsu, and Yugiri. Well, I guess they were flagged in a blasphemy, and, one sec. We're gonna do this, we'll do it right. They were fighting a blasphemy and, treachery of some kind. Then we helped Emmerich and Lucia, maybe. I don't think Lucia was there, because she's busy with the, what the fuck? Why have I lost the word? You know what I mean? What the hell? Fucking... How have I forgotten? What's wrong with the Garlemald? It's gonna help the Guardians, alright? Yeah. And he was dealing with treachery within the church and some dude. And we helped, Kan-E-Senna. Actually, with some pretty interesting stuff, and she got a good bit of character development. And we found out about her past, and it was pretty cool, yeah. Woo. Then we helped, Raban and Arenville and, Fordola. And they did some bonding or some shit. Yeah. Is there any more? Oh, yeah. And, I helped, Millweb. Buy some fish, people. And there was, the band of losers there. Ooh, I'm gonna be honest, I found that one kind of boring. That was my least favorite. I didn't, because it wasn't about Millweb, it was about those guys. Yeah, anyway. I tried, alright? Yeah. What do I say? I think favorite healer one, because it was about time we got some Kan-E-Senna, and what they did with it I thought was cool. Tank? No. Tank is the Kan-E-Senna one. So tank, then healer. That's that one. It's the real bad one. Hien, Emmerich, Millweb. Okay. That's my list. I'm sticking with it. Bitter Snow. The glint in Shiraba's eyes suggests she was hoping you might pass through. Well, she got her wish. Lucky for her. Well, if it isn't Tar, all around good egg and champion of, well, the whole world, I suppose. Well, travels fast, my friend. We've heard all about your exploits defeating the blasphemies that plagued the good people of Eorzea and Doma. Sadly, there were other fell beasts and yet want for slaying. But fear not, our efforts to bring them low proceed apace. We've had naught but glad tidings from our allies. In fact, we but recently received word from the resistance forces in Eorzea that a blasphemy was slain. Thanks in no small part to Lord Hien's timely assistance. Nice. Perhaps the most surprising report came from Welrit, where soldiers led by the infamous Black Wolf fought alongside Alamegan troops for yet another hard-earned victory. Well done, well done. Reports from Garlemald, however, suggest another blasphemy threat lurks in the stows. And we received a petition for assistance. But it'd be rude not to help. Strange, don't you think? When the effects of the final days began to spread in earnest, we encountered a great many monsters in Garlemald, but never a blasphemy. And to make matters worse, they saw the Guardians who chose to remain and rebuild have begun transforming into yet more hideous creatures. Well, that's fucking shitty. From what I understand, it was you and your comrades who brought an end to the source of the final days, is that right? Even so, it would appear its effects will linger a little while longer. Until this malevolent influence of Akasa subsides, I dare say this won't be the last time we hear of such sightings. As for the blasphemy, we have reason to believe it's a great deal stronger than we've had any we've faced thus far. Well, isn't that fucking convenient? Your strength and experience will prove quite valuable if you're willing to help, of course. Why, of course I'll help. I am me. Look at my little blue bird. Look at my red scythe. Why would I not help? Truly, our contacts in Charlian will be thrilled to hear it. Though they did not explicitly request your presence, it was clear from the first they were hoping for it. Though if I may be frank, I was not expecting Charlian of all places to be so concerned with the present state of Garlemald. What with their strict policies of non-intervention, perhaps we'll find out the reason behind all this before all this is over. Well, no, said that, I imagine we probably will, yeah. But that's an inquiry for another time. I'll not keep you any longer. Once you arrive in Garlemald, I think the intelligence officer stationed there will be more than happy to apprise you of the situation. I did unmute, didn't I? Yes. Know what I'm like. I often do not unmute. Get very paranoid about it now. That when I did the 6.1 MSQ and the whole first half of it was unmuted. No, I wasn't muted. The desktop audio was muted, which is just as bad. God, that was devastating. Well, I have definitely not done the side quest here. Good to know. Ty, it's an honor to have you with us, sir. I presume you've come to assist in our run for the blasphemy. Yeah, buddy. Maxima and Lucia will be pleased to hear it. If you could come this way. I'm glad we're back in Garlemald. Alright. Hi, have you missed me? I've missed you. It's good to see you, Ty. Though I wish it were under more fortuitous circumstances. We were reluctant to call upon you, knowing you but recently returned from the far reaches of the heavens. But we are no less glad for your aid. I'm always happy to help, Lucia. Now then, I believe it best the man who first discovered this blasphemy explain the situation. Come in. Is it our boy? Which indicates I've forgotten his name. It's not our boy. Oh, well, it's one of our boys. Ah, Ty, good. We may forego the introductions then. Thank you for answering our call for assistance. As for the situation at hand, it concerns a joint effort between the Forum and the Loperids to find a new purpose for the moon. While there is no longer need for a vessel to evacuate this star, we believe the moon may yet prove of use to the people of Eferis. Well, yeah, I would think so. This whole place for everyone to live. If the population gets too big, go live on the fucking moon. Right? Boom. Hey, yeah. After much contemplation, a rather ingenious proposal was put forward. To transform the moon into a repository for men's knowledge. An archive of hitherto unseen scale. No, what you could do is make it into player housing. Maybe. Or, just housing in general. Have it be a cool little city. You've already got enough bloody crap to fucking store down in your little labyrinthos, Just keep fucking digging away there, be right. Charlian has long had the honor of boasting incomparable repositories of the world's knowledge, but is far from perfect. Should calamity befall us, natural or otherwise, the wisdom of the ages we have long labored to preserve would be lost. But the moon is beyond any such risk. What if a meteor hits it? What if another dragon comes from space and just burns the shit out of it? What if another alien race comes to us and just blasts the shit out of it? Don't think you felt this through there, well, sir. What if an enemy thinks, man, I could really use all of man's knowledge? I'll just go to the moon and fucking read it all. I'm being confrontational for the point of it at this point. It's not a terrible idea. But the moon is beyond any such risk. I was just hoping it would be like they'd actually make use of that housing, not for player housing, but for, you know, like build a little civilization there. It'd be fun. What's more, it is beyond the jurisdiction of any one nation. Thus did we consult the allied nations of Eorzea, the Far East and right at hand. They agreed to assembling a survey team to make measures of the moon and its potential as a repository. What about Mirasidia and the New World? They should be informed too, correct? Yeah, that's that. Ooh. Our plans for assessment were forestalled, however, by the presence of an entity we believe to be a blasphemy in the Tower of Babel. Interesting place for it to be. I'm looking forward to going inside there again. It's very interesting. Claims of Garlean citizens transforming into monsters shortly after its discovery only gave further credence to our initial supposition. But we have not only ill tidings to share. Reinforcements have been dispatched to aid us in quelling the blasphemy's threat. Lord Artorial and a member of the Gordania Keeper of the Entwined Serpents have already begun an investigation into the catalyst of these transformations. You sent Artorial? Not sure that was a good idea. You sent him without Sigurd? Even worse idea. Though the skies no longer burn, and the spread of this affliction is much curtailed, we must remain vigilant. Until the blasphemy threat has been quelled, Alphino and Alizé have graciously offered to help keep calm the people of the Tertium, while we attend to the people here. That's nice of them, bless their cotton socks. But the matter of the blasphemy is not so easily resolved, I'm afraid. We recently met with certain complications that have hindered our plans. Yugiri and Fodola are presently deliberating how best to resolve the situation. Perhaps it would be best if you heard the details directly from them. Yeah, sounds good to me. I should like to join you, if I may, as this endeavor was originally undertaken on Charlian's behalf. I feel it's my responsibility to see this through to its conclusion. Yeah, come through, Daddy. Papa. Don't tell Alphino I called you Daddy, please. God, don't tell Alizé. That'd be even worse. Can you imagine? Oof. Oof, they would not be pleased. How are you two doing, eh? Somehow I should have known you would turn up eventually. You were correct. Proud of you, Fodola. I did not expect to see you here of all places, but I am no less glad for your presence. I presume word of the blasphemy is what brought you here, in which case, I believe it may be best if a member of the reconnaissance team's guard explain the situation. Oh no, not you. I was just saying how I can't be arsed with you people. Company of heroes, that's it. An acquaintance of yours, fortunately. Long time no see, Lorenz. I don't mind him, to be fair. I'd heard tell you were the worldly sort, but bugger me if I know where you heard my name before. What? I'm just a lowly sort for hire, hoping to flood my purse with a touch of mercenary work after taking my leave from Limsa. The job sounded simple enough, but, well, I'm sure you won't be here if it were, eh? But you didn't come all this way to hear about me, did you? The blasphemy we're after is making its nest in the upper reaches of the Tower of Babel. The auxiliary sector, I believe it was. But I wasn't alone. A sizable horde of beasts was circling around like knights protecting their queen. Naturally, we thought to strike from a distance before engaging in earnest, but not a single bullet reached its mark. They were protected by some manner of mystical shroud as far as I could figure. Without a keen eye for magic, I don't see anyone getting through. By the time we understood the futility of the situation, we'd been spotted. Retreat was our only option. Pains me to say it, but there won't be any brute forcing our way through this one. My understanding was that, once transformed, these blasphemies are completely devoid of ether. With what energies could it create such a barrier? Good point. Well, that's the question, isn't it? My first thought was some unknown technique for conjuring shields. Needless to say, I'm at my death when it comes to matters of magic. Which is precisely why I plan to speak with the Elder Seedseer when she arrives. If anyone can help us find a way to overcome the blasphemy's protection, it's her. In the meantime, could we trouble you out with a not so small matter of people changing into beasts? The blasphemy's horde was large enough when first we found it. We can't afford for more to join its ranks. Agreed. Very well. We shall reconvene with Lord Arterial and discuss strategy. You do not know what you just said, son. Do not know what you just gotten us into. Now, before you go, there's something else you should know about the tower. From the moment we set foot inside, I could swear there was someone or something watching us. I shrugged it off thinking it's a figment of my imagination, but in hindsight, I'm not so sure. Blasphemy, maybe? Nothing to worry ourselves about, but best keep on guard when we do finally return to the tower, eh? Sure thing, chicken wing. Aranveld sends his regards, by the way. He asked me to tell you not to push yourself, but we all know what a waste of breath that'll prove to be. Good, Lord Hien will be arriving ere long. Aptly dressed for the cold, I should hope. Gosetsu would no doubt count himself fortunate to be absent if he knew where we're here. Gosh, what I wouldn't give for a nice hot bowl of soup. Should borrow some soup then, boy. That's on you. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Under normal circumstances, I would never dream of leaving the Elder Seedseer's side. But considering the nature of these blasphemies and the calamity they bring, she insisted a representative for Gordania precede her arrival. Good to know, buddy. It would appear their investigation into the recent reports of refugees transforming is well underway. Ah, Tai. It's good to have you with us, my friend. Indeed, the road before us is not an easy one, and the man of your talents will prove invaluable to our efforts. We but recently returned from reconnaissance, wherein we made a rather surprising discovery. First and foremost, we were pleased to discover that no one residing within Camp Broken Glass or Terturium had turned. No doubt thanks to the concerted efforts of Maxima, Alphino, and Alizé. What about Eulis? I remembered his name. What's Eulis up to? He's not the blasphemy, is he? That would be depressing. Maybe he's the one watching at the bottom. Though we have reason to believe those who did turn all hail from Locus Ammonius. Imin Corvus, the Gallians' ancestral home. The very same, when the ill effects of the final days began to manifest there. A number of Gallian refugees from the region sought sanctuary in Garlemald. But the capital was already in ruins when they arrived. They were offered asylum, but many refused and instead chose to fend for themselves on the outskirts of the city. Wonder if we're going to go to Culvus. Probably not in this, but it'd be a decent place for the weapon, right? We are of mind to go and speak with them directly, if you would care to join us. Perhaps together we can learn what of their recent circumstances has triggered such terrible change among their people. Sounds good to me, son. I'm not Garlean by blood, but having been raised in the Imperial provinces, I'd be lying if I said I'm not moved by their plight. That's good. You should be. Locus Ammonius suffered great in the wake of the final days. It is only natural they would have sought shelter at the capital. I can but imagine their horror upon arrival. Frozen Hope. Artorial is eager to begin his inquiry. Time being of the essence, I believe it's prudent we split into two groups and cover as much ground as we may as quickly as possible. If you and Master Porshno would inquire after the people at Victor's spoils, the two of us shall see what we may learn at Liminal Station 4. When you have finished, pray meet us here. Sure thing, buddy. You two have fun. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry you have to go with him. Victor's spoils to the east of here, yes? Let us be off. Sure thing, Porshno. Don't tell Alpha knowing Alizé what I said. Please. I'm begging you, sir. It was but a slip of the tongue. Also, I probably shouldn't tell you that I'm in a partnership with your wife. Helping her help people. She got into bed, well, yeah, she got into bed with Roanna. They're working together. Terrible times. Keep an eye out for her. Can't trust Roanna. Terrible idea. Though she did seem to play her a little bit, so I think she's got her down. Papa? That they should choose to reside here in the cold. I can't but presume they will not be amenable to conversation. Even so, we must not be deterred. Come. I was going to say something about that come, but I chose not to. Oh, not this place. Brings back bad memories. Talk? What is there to talk about? We've no home, no future. Nothing. This doom spells the end for us all. Alright, no need to be a downer. Yeesh. Come to air our grievances, have you? We've more than you have time to air them, I'm sure. We've lost not one but two homes. Our loved ones, our livelihood. There's nothing left. I served my time with a military eye. For what? To lose all my friends, my son. And there was naught to show for it but to claim Locus Ammonius. For we fought, or so we thought. Calamity was visited upon us for reasons we know not. And when we fought to flee, it followed us on our heels to Garlemald, ruin and ash at every turn. I'm so sorry. There, sir. Oh, woof, 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 TT. Yep. How you getting on, Fortuno? Shall we meet back here when we have finished? No, I want to talk to your boy. Okay, I can't talk to your boy. Okay. I can't imagine why you or anyone else would feign interest in our troubles, but if you insist, you'll find a great many of the people here were in the military at one time or another. Some retiring with honours and others without. Sadly, I'm one of the latter. Bore one too many scars in battle. Even so, my contributions were enough to warrant leave to move to Locus Ammonius. It was a land of warmth and bounty. The Corvosi rebellion, admittedly, proved troublesome for a time, but it didn't take long for the Second Legion to quell their uprising. You could practically drown in the calm and quiet. And then one day the skies came alive with flame. We were overrun by all manner of foul beasts born of our brothers and sisters. The Second Legion barely had time to assemble their forces before they were overrun and snuffed out. We barely escaped with our lives. But we were greeted only with more wrack and ruin on our arrival here. And we've got not the strength to take our home back from the Kvarssi a second time. There's nothing left for us anywhere. I hate to say it, but good. I feel like the Kvarssi should get to keep that home, buddy. No offense. Did you learn aught of how they came to be in such a dire straits? Yes. Yes, I do believe I did. I see. I heard much the same. The military forces of Locus Amenius were defeated in the wake of the final days. Desperate to survive, they naturally fled to Garlemald seeking sanctuary. It was their hope the might of the Empire would allow them to reclaim the home they were forced to abandon. But the capital was already in ruin when they arrived. Needless to say, the lands they have long believed to be the ancestral home of the Gallian people may remain forever lost to them. I retake what I said back. Those unfamiliar with the history would believe they have always resided in the bitter cold of the Northern Elizabeth. But what was only after the Kvarssi invaded 800 years prior? Okay, so it's more complicated, alright, than I thought. It's especially stupid because I've been told all this at least twice already. I just completely forgot. I forgot it was the Kvarssi, specifically. They kicked them out. With the advent of Magitech, I imagine it was all too easy for the Emperor Solus to rally his people and take back what they believed to be rightfully theirs. I wonder if we told Forshino and Charlian about Emmett. I would assume so, right? Yet history would tell us true that the land they call Locus Amenius has been known by other names and served as home to myriad peoples. Indeed, one need only look back to the Allegans' reign in the Third Astral Era to give the lie to the Gallian claim of sovereignty. Right, this is because that's where Graha is from, right? I think that's where my, I guess confusion from it was coming from. So like, isn't that where Graha comes from? Isn't that his people's home? But I guess it was the Gallians first. So it's a very complicated situation. Yet even though they had such ancestral ties to Locus Amenius, antecedents cannot justify their animosity to foreign peoples. Animosity poorly veiled by delusions of justice, as has been the case for so many nations throughout history. What the man had the sense and strength of will to break free from such chains of hatred. Hey, you're not right. You're not wrong, buddy. Help! Someone help! They've turned! I don't think that bodes well. Another monster. Quickly, Ty. We haven't a moment to lose. Who's done a turn? Come on then. Who's turned? Let me see you. Speaking of Graha, what are you doing out here, buddy? Where's your master? He's all... oh. No, there. Gods, what happened? One of my mates seemed unwell, so I thought to come over and look in on him. Next thing I knew, he... No one appears to be injured. Did he not attack? He just walked off in the direction of the tower, in a daze, as if it was calling to him. Now there, buddy. He could not have gone far. If you would go after him, I'll remain here and see that all are accounted for. Well, I've seen you've learned the grand lesson of letting the Warrior of Light do everything. Congrats. Okay. Cool. Oh, you, buddy? Have we not suffered enough? There, pal. There. Don't you worry. It'll all be good eventually. You should get your ass in the subway instead of being out here on your own. Well, Yeah. Hi. Where's my debuff? Oh, okay. That's the one. Shit, I don't remember. I don't remember which one of those abilities is which. Oops, the daisy. Tamiyagos. Yes. It's like muscle memory on my mouse and keyboard. But I don't have that on controller, unfortunately. I may build it eventually. The beast is slain then. Thank the heavens. For a blessing, no others have turned, and a measure of calm has been restored. If only for the moment. Witnesses were able to offer a clue as to the source of the transformation. They claim the afflicted was listening to this radio. The radio again, huh? Even now it continues to play the same cryptic message. Shame it's not playing. Added a lot to the atmosphere. There's a neat little thing they added. Empire, no more. Never again. Rise. Ashes. Though distorted by radio static, you can hear a voice saying the Empire is no more. Never again shall it rise from the ashes. But how is this possible? There are no facilities left standing that could possibly deliver a broadcast. Yeah. Animals capable of sending such a message. So I wonder if the people that turned was one of the Kabosi then. Be that as it may, Anima is no more, and the Tower of Babel has fallen into disrepair. By your hand, no less. Well, thank you. Which begs the question, who, or perhaps what, could be behind this? It's a good question. Ty, Master Fortuno, a moment if you would. Hi, buddy. Hey, look at you two being here. Oh no, I got the brothers mixed up. Atoriel's not. I'm so sorry, Atoriel. Don't mind me. I'm terribly sorry that I mixed you up with your brother. Fuck it hell. You're the one that's not a. Okay, I'm so sorry. Shortly after we finished our inquiry at Liminal Station 4, I'm sure it happens all the time to him, Lord Emmerich and Admiral Millweb arrived and requested an audience. Hey, you two. Oh, apologies for our late arrival. Knowing firsthand the devastation of which blasphemies are capable, I discussed the matter with the Admiral, and we were of one mind that the situation warranted our immediate presence. Aye, is it safe to presume the representative of the survey team has already arrived? And indeed I have. Thank you for coming all this way on such short notice. Recent events here at the camp have proved most enlightening. God, I'm terrible with names. Clearly. And this is the aforementioned radio. Empire, no more. Never again. Rise. Ashes. A harsh reminder of their misfortune. Sufficient to push some wayward few over the edge, it would seem. Yet there still remains the question of who is sending this message, and from where. Glory. Everlasting.